When can you stop your exercise program? When is it the right time to say, I'm healthy, fit and strong, I don't need to do this anymore? Seems like a really stupid question. Imagine if I came out here where my dogs live and I said, look, we're going to exercise until you're really fit. I'm going to feed you till you're full. I'm going to love you till you feel loved, and then we're going to stop because you don't need it anymore. Why is it that we eat food every day, we bathe every day, we wear clothes every day, we breathe air every day, we sleep every day, but we don't exercise every day? It's been one of the perplexing things of my life, because the thing that makes your sleep work so much better, your food digest so much better, the way you look and feel, it just improves when you exercise. We spend so much time and money on clothes and dressing and hair and cosmetics and all the stuff to make us look good, but the thing that makes us look the best is being healthy, fit and strong, and that comes from fitness comes from getting puffed, and strength comes from lifting heavy things. And if you don't do either of those, you can't be fit and strong. So I'll use another example. This is just humans. Imagine saying, look, I had a bath, I don't need to have a bath anymore because I've had one bath, I'm clean, I'm perfect now, let's move on, no more bathing. I've eaten all the food that I need to eat. I don't need to eat anymore. I'm full. Let's not eat ever again. Now, I'm sure there's been times I've certainly felt like that where you've eaten so much and you've said, I never want to eat again. I'm so full. But it doesn't take very long, does it, before you're hungry again because your body needs to be fueled. Why is it with exercise we seem so disconnected with the fact that what we do physically is how we're going to feel mentally, and it has everything to do with our health and well-being? So we talk about going to the doctor, medication, vaccinations, body hacking, pills, potions, powders, nutritional supplements. This is the diet that you should go on. There's so much stuff that people talk about the human body to be healthy, fit, strong and lean, but we miss out the major component, which is get fit, get puffed, lift heavy to get strong, and do it safely so that you don't get injured. Now, it's interesting because if you go the next step, there are some people who do go to fitness classes and they do go to the gym to get strong and they do exercise, but they do such stupid exercises that bust their body, break their body, burn their body out, and then they give it up. It's very rare, and I'm one of those unicorn people, a rare creature. If you find one, you should capture it and study it. I've exercised every single day of my life, which is why I find it perplexing that people don't. And as I always share, yes, I exercise every single day, but I eat food, I sleep, I wear clothes, I breathe air, I bathe, I brush my teeth. They're all the things that I do every single day to be a healthy, fit, strong human being. So I'm about to run my dogs. You can hear that. I say that and they get really excited. But here's the challenge. Imagine if I said to my dogs, we're not going today because we went yesterday. It doesn't matter if we don't exercise today because we exercised yesterday. As a dog owner, that is actually irresponsible. Dogs need to be exercised every day, and I've got 5 of them, so they have to go every day because even though they play with each other all day long, they need the excitement of going out. You could hear them. As soon as I said run, the 5 dogs just went, oh, let's go. And it's the adrenaline rush, it's the excitement of exercising. Wouldn't it be fantastic if humans were as excited about exercising as dogs are? And that's why I love dogs so much, why I'm out here with my dogs. I'm about to run my dogs. I love having dogs in my life because they teach me so much stuff. Now, the reverse of that, not only do they love exercise, but they're passionate about their food. When it's food time, they get so excited. I wish that for humans too. I see so many humans who are eating food, and even if they think it's, oh, I shouldn't eat this, it's a bad food because it's chocolate or chips or cake or lollies or hot chips. Yummy, yummy food, but they don't look happy eating it. They feel guilty because they're eating it, or they watch other people eat food like that and they're angry that they can't have it. Wouldn't it be nice to just eat all the food that you love and never feel guilty, always enjoy it, always have a wow experience from your food? Which is what I have about exercise. Why is exercise such a drama for people? Too hard, too long, too boring, too expensive. I don't want to do it. I'll do it until I get into great shape and then I'll stop. How ridiculous. One of the crazy things I hear on a regular basis, and remember I've been an exercise professional all of my life, I'm going to get into great shape for my wedding, or I'm going to get into great shape for my holiday, or I'm going to get into great shape for a social event. And then what? The wedding ones are really complicated because you look perfect on your wedding day. You have great hair and clothes and makeup if you're a woman, and everything's amazing. But you're marrying a really special person. Wouldn't it be nice to look spectacular every single day? Not for them, for you, so that you feel good about yourself. Because, of course, if you feel crappy about yourself, what happens to your relationship? If you're out of shape, if you're unfit, if you've got no energy, if you're tired, what happens to your physical, personal, intimate relationship? And that's a big complaint that, remember, I've managed health clubs around the world. One of the big complaints that I get from both men and women is that my husband or my wife or my partner used to find me attractive, but they don't anymore. So I've got to come back to the gym and get my body back into shape. And that's a concept I can't understand. Why do we ever get out of shape in the first place? Now, if you are out of shape, congratulations, get back into shape, and how about stay that way for the rest of your life? What a great idea. But for our kids, I don't want our kids to know that there are diets. I don't want our kids to think, I have to go exercise to get into great shape. How about I want to move my body so I can be fit, strong, lean, energetic. I want to have a strong immune system so I don't get sick. I want to have a strong brain, central nervous system, healthy head so I don't get depressed or anxious. I want to have great self-esteem and self-confidence. I want great hair, skin and nails. I want to have good posture. I want to have a body that burns up everything that I put into it. So I never have to worry about what I'm eating. I just eat and love it. That's how I would love everybody to live their lives. And this is becoming a bit of a mantra for me. I say it every day. It's a very simple process to be healthy, fit and strong for the rest of your life. But they're not things to do even 3 times a week. It's an everyday process. Fresh air and sunshine every single day. You've got to breathe air every day. Why not breathe fresh air? Air-conditioned, grotty air is just not good for your system, obviously. Fresh air, sunshine, great sleep. Now, if you don't like who you are, and if you're stressed, and if you've got a crappy job, and if you haven't got enough money, all the things that are easy to fix or easier to fix if you are a healthy, fit, strong human being. If you're healthy, fit and strong, you're more likely to have a good job. If you're healthy, fit and strong, you're more likely to be good at your job, so you earn good money. You're more likely to get out of a crappy job if you don't like it. Everything is the fundamental of being healthy, fit and strong. And that's what I want for our kids. I want our kids to know that being healthy, fit and strong, having a career or business that you love, being financially free or secure, wealthy, rich if you want to be, and having great people in your life is not a weird thing. And I'm going to ask this question very personally. How many people do you know that are healthy and fit and strong and lean and energetic and have been their whole life? They've got a career or business that they love, they've had their whole life. They're financially free and they do all the things that they want to do, and they've got great people in their life. How many people do you know like that? Very sadly, I think that is also a unicorn. So why don't we inject exercise, physical activity into our life every single day? It's a great question. Getting puffed only takes 10 seconds. Lifting heavy only takes 10 seconds. To lift heavy, you get strong. When you're really strong, you can go really hard. The two go together. You can't get really fit if you're not strong. And if you've got all of those things going, your whole body, all of the systems in your body work well. And I like to rattle them off just to remind myself. Central nervous system, endocrine hormonal system, skeletal and muscular system, digestive system, immune system. Everything works together brilliantly if you are healthy, fit and strong. And then racing off to the doctor for some pill, powder or potion becomes a thing, either a thing of the past or a very rare thing. Because it's not about fixing the challenge, is it? How about prevent it from happening in the first place? How about every single day, fresh air, sunshine, deep sleep, get puffed, lift heavy once a week, so you've got strong muscles and bones. Do it safely so you don't get injured. Do it short so you don't get bored. Have great people in your life. Laugh every day. Eat all the foods that you love. Don't eat any of the foods that you don't love. Eat mostly what grows in the ground or runs on the ground. And then about 20% of your food, just eat whatever you bloody well want and thoroughly enjoy it. Because you've got a body that will burn up everything that you put into it, and you'll have a stack of energy. You'll be lean and you'll be able to, you ready? Are you ready? You will be able to live your life to the max. Super duper doo, how are you? Taking my dogs for a run because I love it. Yay, let's go kids. Woohoo!